Alright, today as promised we're going to be looking at the Readyman Wilderness Survival cards. I got two of them and they look, well, they look the same almost. I guess they are the same. They're just a little different, if that makes sense. Um, we looked earlier, a few days ago, a week or so ago, at this Chinese knockoff of the Readyman cards. And you've seen my review of those. I will say that the little felt card holder that the Chinese knockoff came with is kind of cool. I like it. And it may be that if I'd ordered the entire suite of Readyman cards, I may have gotten something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these apart and compare them to the Chinese, and also not just compare them to the knockoffs, but just see what we think of them standalone. Because these are the guys, I guess, that created this. But before I get into that, I want to show you something else I ordered from Readyman, and I really just did this to kind of pad the order to make the shipping worthwhile. And that's this. Let me get back where you can see it all. That's this survival kerchief, or whatever you want to say, with the knots. And I like these things. I like whenever you can make more uses out of something. And a bandana has so many uses anyway that when you can put important information on there, I think that's really cool. And I've seen, and you've seen, several types of bandanas that have all kinds of information on them. So what do I think of this one? It's okay. They could have gotten a lot more on this one. And I'm not saying crowd it up, but they could have gotten more knots on there, or perhaps explain a little more about each knot, about what it's for or when you should use it. Because if these are knots that you are not committing to memory, no pun intended, because you don't use them that often, you're probably also not committing to memory what they're best used for. So that kind of information would not hurt. You could have easily gotten 3 more knots on here, or more information about knots, or just other survival type information. Just too many Readyman logos for me. I want to see. I didn't pay for a Readyman logo bandana. I paid for a Readyman survival bandana. So that's my quick review of that. All right, so back on the Readyman survival cards. Let's break one apart and see what we think of it. Now I will go ahead and apologize to the Readyman company and to my 5 faithful subscribers. I really should have reviewed the Readyman first and then reviewed the knockoff afterwards, but I got the knockoff in before I got the Readyman in. Because really, the only difference I can foresee there being is going to be in quality. And by quality, I mean quality of the metal and quality of the laser cut. So, and if that is any indication, I will go ahead and say it seems like the Readyman's harder to get apart. And hopefully that is a indication of higher quality. I don't know. I kind of like that the black of the cheap knockoff. I really don't see, just offhand, that this one's any thicker or any higher quality. Well, we're going to do the same thing as we did with the knockoff, and we're going to try to use some of these pieces. Yeah, I don't see where that's doing any better than the other one was, which wasn't very good. It works okay when I use it by hand, but when I tie it to the ropes, it really doesn't. But it works okay. Sawing wood. So I did a little better job, I think, this time with the arrowhead. Um, ooh, but it bent. It bent like right off the bat. That's not cool. Maybe I should have choked up on it some with the stick. All right, so threading a fishhook was not hard at all, but it does got that burr on there that probably will work. But if you had a Leatherman, it'd be nice to get that off. But yeah, you can thread a fishhook. Okay, let's try these tweezers. They were a massive fail on the Chinese knockoff. So let's see how they work. Well, they're stronger, I'll tell you that right now. So, I mean, they're stronger than the Chinese knockoff because they broke. The Chinese knockoff broke. But as you can probably see, I didn't bend them exactly in the middle, so I don't know how good of tweezers they're going to be. Depends on what you're trying to tweeze, right? And again, you have the issue with all these burrs. So there you have it. That's my Readyman card. I didn't even open this one. I'm going to be honest. Whether it's the Readyman or the Chinese knockoff, I just think this is a concept, while admirable, that has not seen its fruition. I would like to see these cards less crowded with better stuff. I mean, I can understand getting some fish hooks in there, but I would like to see these arrowheads bigger. I would like to see these saws, if possible, bigger. I guess you can't get that saw much bigger. I'd like to see everything thicker. I'd like to see this card twice as thick. I just think it's too thin and too flimsy. I've already decided that you really can't utilize these things by hand. You need to have a Leatherman. And if you just agree to that, if you just say, okay, you need a Leatherman to get the burrs off and to get it apart and to fine tune it, then you can go ahead and take the next step, which is to make these cards thicker. And then I think you get more use out of them, because as they are now, they're just so thin. I understand their emergency use, and being as small as they are and thin as they are, it's better than nothing. But I really think they just aren't cutting the mustard as they are now. I think they need to be thicker, and that's just my opinion on it. So we're going to step away from the survival card thing as we move forward, and let's talk about moving forward. What we're going to do now is we've looked at enough of the survival kits, pocket survival kits that you can buy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and review some of the kits that we looked at, and we're going to pick from them the stars. These are the things that just really stand out, and we're going to steal those things. And then in the next video after that, we're going to build our own pocket survival kit. And I think it'll be a fun exercise. Hey, thanks for watching.